Appreciate you. She got the computer out. Councilwoman Robinson.
Let me my glasses. Thank you, Mr. Mayor, to my council colleagues. Today, we are honored to be able to acknowledge the Kansas City Urban Core Homes Show and Bus Tour and the efforts of Ms. Tanisa Brown. This biannual tour was created by Tanisa Brown and avidly involved community leaders since 2018. The tour was established to commemorate the passing of the Fair Housing Act of 1968 and fulfill an unfulfilled promise of home ownership for all. She is someone who always is seeking solutions when problems arise and trying to figure out what can I do to serve and make things better. The tour focuses on bringing resources and information to the community of Kansas City in order to ensure that every individual that wants to, that they're able to obtain home ownership. Think back to the time when you received the keys to your first home. Remember how empowering it was, although it's oftentimes a weighty accountability shock. But thinking back to just all the things and all of the opportunities that were laid before you to make that happen, and Tanisa is doing that for people every day. The biannual tour brings about 200 Kansas City residents every spring and fall and has helped to create nearly 500 new homeowners from year to date. She takes individuals to at least 9 neighborhoods in the Kansas City area, from Independence Avenue to Bannister Road, Main Street to 435 Highway, and she highlights areas that are oftentimes forgotten. And she brings forth and makes sure that the beauty of Kansas City stands out in bringing new homeowners here to the city. The event has grown every year and brings financial institutions to the community that wouldn't ordinarily reach and highlight products and resources to help overcome the barriers to banking and home ownership. Kansas City residents are also introduced to realtors who specialize in the urban core and allows residents to familiarize themselves with the home buying process and how to successfully maintain their home afterwards. So thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for really making sure that the 3rd District is a part of the homes tour, and also all other parts of the city that you're taking people around and making sure that they have home ownership opportunities. We talk about housing a lot, and oftentimes home ownership is something that we don't talk enough about. So thank you for making people's dreams come to reality.
Thank you, Councilwoman Robinson. Are there others who wish to speak to the resolution? I will just say very simply this. Back when I was the 3rd District at Large City Councilman, I got this call, and somebody was saying, you want to be part of a homes tour? And I'm like, I ain't going on no homes tour through Mission Hills or somewhere else like they always do. And she said, no, it's going through the 3rd District, the 5th District, looking at historic, important, vibrant, vital neighborhoods in our city, and looking at the good work that a lot of people are doing to build a brighter community for the future. So I say thank you to you, Ms. Tanisha. Thank you to everybody who has been part of this tour, and I look forward to it getting bigger and bigger, and I know you're already doing that. So we appreciate you for shining a bright light on all the opportunity in our community. If there are no others who wish to speak to the resolution is now before council. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? The resolution is adopted. Ms. Brown.
So, I'm actually tall enough. I want to say thank you for recognizing the Kansas City Urban Core Home Show and Bus Tour today. As Councilwoman Robinson stated, this tour was established to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Fair Housing Act in 2008. It started out to be a one-time event. It was never established to be an ongoing event. But being in real estate every day, I understood that fair housing did not exist for all, and especially not for African Americans. So we were always left out, typically left out. So this was our way to fulfill the unfulfilled promise of fair housing and home ownership for all. So I decided that it was necessary that the Kansas City Urban Core Home Show and Bus Tour was necessary to help fulfill that unfulfilled promise. So we made this a biannual event, and event happening in our city every spring and fall. We're entering into our 5th year, and we have helped to create nearly 600 new Black and brown homeowners in our city. Our 2023 tours are April 22nd and September the 9th. We understand the undertaking and the impact this much needed event to have in our city. And we appreciate the mayor, the councilmen, and the councilwomen acknowledging us today again. But we hope that with the city resources and partnerships, we could increase the reach in the districts visited. The Kansas City Urban Core Home Show and Bus Tour is what our city needs to establish home ownership, stabilize families, grow and attract businesses, reduce crime, and increase the workforce in our area. So again, we thank you, but we're not done. We have work to do, and it takes more than just us to get it done.